All right, everyone. Welcome back to the Not a Problem podcast. I'm Darrell, and I'm here with my good friend Mondo.
What up?
So this week, Mondo's going to take the reins a little bit, and we're going to talk about our old party days. It's going to be quite interesting, whether it was in high school or college or even now. But before we get into that and our little weekly update, if anything neat happened over the week, I just want to address a couple things. So a lot of people have come to me saying that we should put music in our podcast, in the videos, in the audio, like as an intro and an outro. And we've been looking into that. It's definitely in the works. I have Fruity Loops. It's like a music making software, and I've dabbled in it a little bit. And Mondo can like sing. He can play the guitar. He's just he's
All
not a one
around.
trick pony. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we're thinking that we're gonna try to make something ourselves, but if not, we have found. Well, I told Mondo about it. It's some type of website that is royalty-free music, so you can use it in your videos, in your audio, whatever it may be, and there won't be any copyright strikes on it. So we're gonna look into that. We're gonna try to make our own music first, but we'll see how that goes. I mean, Mondo's probably gonna be the mastermind on that one, but
Yeah, I'll get something up for us.
I'm gonna try to help my best, to my best of my
Sorry, we might do
abilities.
like a
But
background yell or something like that. Like, ah!
But another thing too is me and Mondo we have to go play Army this weekend for 4 days. So
Yes.
there's probably not going to be an episode this weekend. So that would be, what day is that? Sunday the 17th.
Yeah.
There might be, but we're not going to guarantee anything. So the next one would probably be the 24th. So we'll just have like a week break, and for everyone to catch up. Tell your grandma about it, dude. My grandma listens to it. Surprisingly enough, she said she enjoyed it while she was having a
That's the
couple
craziest
minutes.
thing I ever heard.
Yeah,
When you
it's
texted me
awesome.
that, yeah, my grandma started watching our podcast, I was like, that's amazing.
Yeah, and I told her, I was like, hey, here's the deal. Like, you've never heard me talk like this before. I'm hanging out with one of my army buddies. Like, we're motherfucking this, motherfucking that. You know what I mean? I was like, I try not to say that in front of you just because it's out of respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she told me, she was like, well, I haven't got to where I am now without hearing some things. So, and she messaged me or texted me like an hour and a half later and was like, hey, I got some good chuckles out of it. I listened to it while I was knitting, and I wasn't offended at all. And I was like, oh hell yeah, grandma, like fuck yeah, dude.
Our
So,
age gap just got a lot wider for our
oh
target
yeah,
audience.
sure did. Um,
Oh man.
so Mondo, how was your week, dude?
Dude, my week was pretty fantastic,
Yeah,
you
what'd you do?
know. Well, I started my sales job last week, but this week was a lot better because I'm out of training now. A little rough at first, but we're getting there. We're slowly climbing, so
No more
we'll get the money rolling in.
no more putt putt, no more free lunch.
Well, free lunch any day that I go into the office, so
What?
that's nice. Yeah, like I went in there twice last week. They had Chipotle one day and
Chipotle.
Sal's Pizza. Yeah,
That's awesome,
like they
dude.
honestly, dude, I think like I was amazed. Like I thought it was just like for the like just because I was new that they were getting lunch every day.
Yeah.
And then I went in there like a couple days this week and he was like, "Hey, what do you want for lunch?" And I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dude, you have to have spent at least like 300 to $400 a week in lunch for us." He's like, "Yeah,
It's
you
only
know."
it's only $400, bro.
Yeah, I know, right? It's only 400
Okay,
bucks.
dude. What the fuck?
No, but
Um,
he's chill, dude. How about you, man? How's
hon-
everything on Daryl's corner?
honestly, I don't even remember last week. I don't know
It was a
why,
blur.
but yeah, it was
Word
just
blur.
so fucking boring. Like everything about it. My clients were super good. Like I didn't need to do anything. I was just like chilling in class, and I was just so bored. I mean, nothing much really at all. Like, what the hell was I gonna say? Like, I mean, I just sat around, man. I come home, play video games. Like, I go to the gym, and that's it. I just watch YouTube. I don't do much. Like,
Hey,
there's
man.
literally nothing that happened last week that was super neat, and it sucks.
Sometimes you have those, dude.
I still,
Sometimes you have them, though. I
I
mean,
still have.
like,
Go ahead.
I mean, you grew your stash out this week,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's
So,
that.
so for people not watching the VOD, the YouTube video, or Twitch right now, any audio listeners, I last week I had a nice, pretty decent looking beard. Okay, more neck beard than anything. But I decided that for this drill, I'm rocking the greasy stash, and I look fucking disgusting, and it is awesome. I love it. It grows on the sides. It doesn't grow in the middle of my nose, so it's like it just looks so gross, dude. Like I don't know
That
what.
big part in the middle,
Yeah, it
the
looks like I
bald
just
spot.
shaved it.
I
That's
know,
just how it grows.
like a reverse Hitler.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. For anyone that knows me, and actually, I've what I do. We hung out yesterday. I hung out with a couple army buddies, and one of them walked up. He got home from work. We were fixing my truck. Well, my buddy was fixing my truck. I don't know anything about welding, so he was welding some shit on there. And our other buddy walks up. He just got home from work. He looks at me and he goes, "The fuck's up with the stash, bud?" I was like, "Listen, man, I'm rocking it for drill, man. You know, I look good. Look at me." And he just laughed and just.
Oh
Anyone
my
else
goodness.
that we hung out with after that was just looking at me like I was about to go shoot a porno or something. It's just like it's just gross. I love it.
Oh my god.
But yeah, nothing much going on. It's getting warm here, but you live in Virginia, so it's always warm.
Dude, it is 60 and sunny down here right now.
It was like 38 yesterday, and it was toasty. So
So warm. Definitely catching a warm little warm wave coming through here. A little heat wave.
yeah, it's disgusting. So what have we been playing? Like usually we talk about our games too. We
Yeah.
haven't been playing Apex, which is kind of sad because it's fun, but it still pisses me off.
It's
What-
fun. It's fun, but extremely frustrating. But
Yeah, I mean those
since
guys
then,
are disgusting at the game.
I know. Since then, it's been RoboCraft, dude.
Robocraft, what is that? Like a ball game?
I know. Sounds like Roblox, but it's even better than Roblox.
Well, Roblox is fun sometimes.
Yeah.
If you're drunk with like 10 people.
Yeah.
It's-
If I'm hammered, Roblox is a great time.
So
But
what is Robocraft, Mono? What do we do in it?
dude, so you build fucking robots.
Okay.
And
what
then
do you build
and you
with?
start off trash. Like you start off like as useless as this little toucan here. And
Oh,
then
okay.
you slowly have to put more guns on and more armor, and then you become like indestructible. But then you're really not because you get focused by someone, and then you're just dead. But
So
it's super fun.
you build robots with just blocks and guns, and it's like, it's definitely. I mean, it's fun, but like it's it's not the typical game. Like it's
Yeah.
it's free.
If-
It's super fun, but fuck, dude. It's
If
just
you could
like,
set aside like 3 hours of your day to just get through like the beginning stages of you sucking, it's not a bad game. It's actually extremely fun.
yeah, we haven't played Smite, Arma,
Yeah.
Apex, PUBG. We haven't touched PUBG in like a year, though. It's so
PUBG.
bad. Well, it's not. I mean, it's not bad.
I
but
can't-
I'm not really a fan.
My computer crashes on PUBG now.
Your
All the new
computer crashes
updates
on
that they put
every
in.
game, dude.
I know, dude, but I think
Except
it's a
for
sign.
Robocraft.
Except for RoboCraft. RoboCraft, oh yeah, it crashes on Smite.
Does it really?
And then every once in a while, like rarely. Apex, it crashes once every single time I play, so.
That sucks. I think it's time for a new PC for both of us.
Yeah,
But-
but I can't afford the parts.
Oh yeah, guess what? What week are we in? Week 4 of no bonus for Darrell for
Oh,
reinvestment.
wow, man.
Yeah.
The Army must be really on top of their game.
Yeah, it's great. I love it. I was so
That's how they
excited to get
roll.
a new PC.
Ugh.
Not
You're gonna get a
forever.
nice one, too.
Oh,
How much you
yeah.
dropping on it?
It was gonna be like around $2,500. My bonus was a good chunk of change though, so I was gonna throw down $2,500 on a new PC and then save the rest for paying off loans.
Save the rest and
all
get a
that shit.
VR, dude.
Well, what VR? What is it? The Vive, right?
HTC
HTC
Vive or
Vive,
the
yeah.
new ones? Yeah.
Yeah, that's like $800. So I mean, even with the new PC plus 800, it'd just be over $3,000. I mean, maybe.
No big deal. I mean,
But
it's
that's
not
a
a big deal.
deal. That's a lot of fucking money, dude.
It is a lot of fucking money, but I mean, think about how set you are. Like, you can get any game that you want now because your computer can handle it, and now you can play VR games and look like a retard in your room swinging your hands around.
Yeah, my room isn't that big. Clearly, you can see
Yeah.
behind me. It's so I
No,
just
but-
punching the walls and shit.
That's true. I was
be
thinking
playing
your
Roblox.
apartment still. If you're
No.
still at your apartment, that'd be pretty dope.
I wish, but I just don't have the steady enough income.
Yeah.
Which
I
you
feel
know,
you.
but I appreciate my father and his
Yeah.
girly friend, wifey type. Letting me stay here until I get on my feet. But
Yeah.
sometimes the independence is nice. obviously, but until I get on my feet, it's like, I just applied to Fish Commission.
Ooh,
So,
the fish cops,
the fish pops, watch out.
fish fuzz, they're coming to get you.
So if that happens, that'd be really cool, but we'll see. I don't know.
Oh yeah, man. All right. Well,
Go
speaking
on.
of speaking of fish cops,
Would you say
this
fish cock?
fi-
Oh, no.
fish. Maybe you deal with that. I don't know what fish cops do. Hey,
Not
this
me.
fish been having sex with too many people out there. Ridiculous. You're gonna arrest a fish rapist every once in a while.
Let's hope not. That's gross. What? There was a meme. What was it, dude? I think it was like what was it? Like what's the word for it? It's like the fake thing that you do the sex with.
The dildo?
No. For dudes. What is that?
Pocket pussy?
Yeah. So there was
They're
a
the
meme.
fish pocket pussy.
No, there was a meme. Okay.
That's a great invention.
There's your $1 million idea, dude.
Yeah, there it
so
is.
it was a picture like of a pocket pussy, and it said "City boys do it wrong," and then on the bottom it had a picture of a carp, and it said "Country boys do it right." And it was like
Oh my god.
fucking disgusting, but so
Oh
funny,
my
dude.
god, dude.
Yeah, that was in our buddy's Discord. That's funny. That's funny.
That's some
shit.
great shit.
So, anyways, Mondo, what do you got for us?
Dude, parties. What you
Okay.
got for me?
What do you mean?
What are you thinking? What was when did you first go to your first party?
When did I
like
first
when
go to
did
my first party?
Crummy
First time?
Stash Darrell go to his first party?
What'd you just call me?
Crummy Stash Darrell.
Crummy stash? You mean greasy stash?
That too.
Whatever, dude. So, when did I first go to my first party first time?
Yeah,
Um,
lots of firsts.
honestly, I don't remember. It was probably in high school. Well, okay. Sorry in advance to family and grandma in particular, but ninth grade, I think. Because I played football, and I started on the varsity team in ninth grade because we were shit. And I hung out with all the seniors, and they always had me and like a couple other buddies go to parties with them and hang out. Granted, I don't think I really got super duper fucked up, but I did like drink,
Yeah.
as any college, especially in a little country town. That's all there is to do. As soon
Yeah.
as snow hits, that's all you do. It's in the
That's all
summer,
you got, man.
all you do is go on a lake and drink. Even I don't really go on a lake anymore, but when I do, it's pretty neat. I usually just get too
Yeah.
hot.
Oh, the last time we went on the lake, we were fucking sweating our dicks off out there.
Yeah, it was fun though.
It was extremely hot. It was so fun though. That little island thing you guys have out there is fun.
Yeah.
I think my first party I ever went to was in 10th grade, and I didn't even go to the party. I went to my ex's house, and her brother was throwing a party, and he was like, "Yo, you want a drink?" I was like, "Hell yeah, dude!" So he gave me a pitcher, and he just filled it with beer, and he was really drunk, so he was like, "Any person dating my sister that I like gets to drink for free." And I was like, "All right, sounds sweet." Yeah, I yammed it all over their back porch that night. It was a
What'd you
great
say?
time.
Yammeted.
Yeah, yammed,
What does that mean?
vomited, vomited,
Oh,
puke, throw up,
yammed. Usually I hear
exhale,
yammed.
exhale water.
Opposite of what you did last week, dude. Okay, so I was watching the YouTube video, or like I watched like 10 seconds of it earlier because I refreshed the page, just checking
Mhm.
up on all our shit. And you look so sick in the video.
Bro.
You were pale. You looked like your headset, just pure white. And I was like, I didn't even
Dude.
realize it at the time. You looked so.
It was
gross.
awful. Like I wasn't kidding. When I told you that like I'm gonna go throw up right now, I literally thought that I was about to heave chunks on my keyboard. Like, cause I like smashed it into my thing and just hit enter and like ran.
Oh my god.
And then when I came back from the bathroom, I like breathed a little bit. I was like, oh man. I don't know. I think might have been something I ate because I didn't feel very well like for a couple days after that, and then I was good.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
so what else you got? I mean, I think my first party was definitely in ninth grade, and I did a lot of like going and hanging out with people, whether I drank or not. I still went out a lot and did a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anymore, like especially. I mean, My first year or
Parties
two,
just go downhill, dude, after you get out.
yeah, my first year or two in college, like I did it, and it was fun. But after that, I
Hmm.
just started like declining. Like now anymore, if I drank, I have like 2 beers, and I
Yeah.
just hang out. But back in the
Yeah.
day, I got like super drunk, especially
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think that like parties were fun in high school and then the beginning of college. And I didn't really go to college, but like my college years that I was living in Slippery Rock, Grove City, they were fun. And then what I've started to notice is like the first like maybe year or two, parties were fun because I knew like where the good ones are at and I knew
Yeah.
my buddies' places. But then I noticed that, like, as I started getting older, parties got shittier and shittier to the point where you were like, "Oh, I heard this party's gonna be crazy over here," so you go over there, and nothing's happening. There's like four people there, and then you're
Mhm.
like, "Oh," and then it just ends up you driving all over the place with a bunch of drunk people, and then you end up being like the sober one of the whole thing because you're
Yeah.
like, "I gotta drive everybody everywhere."
I hate driving drunk people around.
I hate
It
it
is
more than anything
the
else in
most
my life.
irritating thing because they expect you to drive all over God's green earth for them, but in all reality, I just want to go home and like
Yeah,
sit.
and
I just don't
yeah,
want to do anything.
that's the thing. Like, when I stopped partying with like college kids and like in that scenario, like going to a dorm room or something like that, and everybody's like jumping up and down. When I stopped doing that and started going out to like my hillbilly buddies' houses and stuff and partying out there, it was so much more
That's
fun.
yeah, that's a different story right there.
So much more fun.
The people I partied with in college, like it was always house parties, and it was just like smashed tight. Everyone was sweaty, just greasing all over
Yeah,
each other, like slipping by, like fish in a barrel. It was
dude, I
so
remember it.
gross. And in high school, like more towards the end of my high school career, me and my buddies would go out to one of my other buddies' house out in the woods. And we were just hanging out, have a fire, like bullshit all night. We'd bring tents and we would stay like the weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was like the best time ever. My favorite drinking game to play all time is speedball. You ever play speedball?
No.
So you don't know what it
I
is.
think I've heard of it. I never played it
So
though.
you have a table, okay? You have beer cans. Okay, picture one of those plastic like party tables. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking
Hmm.
about?
Yeah.
You have
Oh,
four.
we played this
Yeah,
together.
you have four people, four
Yeah, I
beer
remember
cans,
that
one at
shit.
each corner of the table, and you just take ping pong balls and just fucking rip them at the beer can. And if you hit it, that's when you can crack your beer and start chugging it. And until that person taps the top of their beer can, you just chug it. And then whatever team finishes their beer first wins. It has gotten me so messed up so quickly, and I play 2 games of it, and I'm like, okay, I need to stop. I need to like sit down for an hour. You know what I mean? So it was always a good time. My favorite drink back in the day was Miller High Life. The champagne
The
of
champagne of
beers,
beers.
dude.
Champagne of blah blah.
What?
Yeah. No, I enjoyed champagne. I enjoyed it was just like a lighter beer. I didn't really like super dark beers, but I didn't like shit water, like the fucking Natty Light stuff. Like that was just too much. Some people went over the top. They're like, "I got a 30 pack of Natty Light for $10." I'm like, I literally just peed, and I could probably sell it for more than that right now.
Yeah, my piss is worth at least 11.
Yeah.
I
No, we
don't
played this. The big game where like the friends that I had was we had Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit,
know. Okay,
and
dude.
we did drunk driving where you didn't stop. Like your car was never allowed to come to a complete stop or go below 20 miles an hour. So you had to drink while your car was going. And so the
What?
people who are chasing you in the cop cars are also on the same rules. So like you'll get on a straightaway and be like holding down R2 and just fucking smashing a beer while you're flying like and as you go along, like at first you can kind of get it to like down to 30 and you're like drinking, but then when you get like drunk, you like forget to like feather it and you're going like 120 miles an hour down these straightaways and then just like beers flying all over your face. Then you're trying to steer it back up. It was so great. It was so
Oh
great.
my god. So, what the game that we played, Brian, who we had on last week,
Yeah.
our favorite game to play of all time is Drunk Mario Kart.
Ooh, that was a
Oh
dope
my
one.
god. If anyone who doesn't know what Drunk Mario Kart is, so it's just obviously Mario Kart the game on a Wii, and you have 4 people, however many people, the max people you can use or play with, whatever. And you all have an unopened beer or a liquor drink, whatever you want, but when you race, you have to come to a complete stop before you can drink. So
Yeah.
me and Brian, what we do is right when it says 3, 2, 1, go, we just sit there and just chug our beer. Just chug all of it, and we just go and we race like normal. But by the time after you get 2 or 3 races in, you're already feeling pretty spicy. So it's like hard as shit to race. But everyone else who doesn't do that, it depends on how fast they can chug stuff.
Yeah.
You just pass by them, they're just pulled over on the side of the road. You know what I mean? And usually, if you get your shit right, you can win. But anymore, I suck at Mario Kart, dude. I just
Oh, dude.
it's so bad.
Bro, real shit. My wife kills me in Mario Kart.
I believe it. She's a sleeper Carter.
Dude, destroys me in it. I played with her one time when we were dating. Never played with her again because of the fact that she is going to be a Mario Kart partner next drinking game that I ever play because she's going to do the driving shit and I'm going to do Mario Kart Double Dash when you have the teammate on the back that can throw shit
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
on the GameCube?
Yeah, no idea.
Holy cow, dude. Yeah, she's going to be my partner. She's just going to we're going to slug it together and then she's just going to drive. Dude, she's stupid good at that game.
What the fuck, man?
Like sleeper, like she's like you put her on a shooter, dude, and she probably couldn't fucking figure out how to get into the building. But you put her in that game, dude, and she knows like every single track, all the little secret shortcuts, and
Seriously?
yeah.
You know what my dad was actually talking to me about the other day? I forget what brought it up, but he said like the old Mario Kart or something like way back in the day on some Nintendo system, whatever it was. He would race and like if you beat all the races or something and sent what the fuck are those old pictures called? Where you take it and it prints it out.
Screenshot? Oh.
No, man.
No.
That's these days. You know what I'm talking
Even
about?
farther.
You take the picture and it just prints it out right there out of the camera. I forget what it's called.
Oh yeah, one of those little Polaroid camera. Yeah.
He said if you did that and like sent it in to Nintendo, they'd send you a little like trophy. And he was like, I was so fucking set on getting that trophy. He's like, I raced in the winter, the spring, the summer. He's like, I beat all the races. So he's like,
Did he ever get the trophy?
I don't know. He was talking about.
Bro, if he still has those pictures, you should send them in.
That'd be cool. I don't know if he does or not. It's been so long since I looked through any pictures of ours because I'm just a little chonker, and it's just like I saw it. My sister put up on Facebook a bunch of old pictures of us, and it's just like me being a little like balloon. You know what I mean? It's just like
Oh man, dude. Honestly, once we stopped, I mean, I've never been a
holy
big kid.
shit, are you drunk?
No, I've never been a big kid, but I know for a fact when we stopped like partying and stuff, you like went down. You just went whoop.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a topic for another episode. Is like working out and stuff.
Working out.
Maybe. It's
Things
like,
that I don't do. I just depend on my metabolism, and Daryl does
yeah, fuck
work
you,
out
dude.
very hardcore.
Yeah, it's like a big part of my life now. To be honest,
Yeah.
like there was
Hell
like
yeah.
a month or two there where I just stopped, and all I did was like drink beer and stuff, and then I said, fuck this, and I just kind of started sending it, and our buddy Eric Ronnie, as most people know him, who play with him in video games and stuff. So he used to be a trainer in New York, and he sent me a bunch of workouts and stuff, and I'm still doing them. It's like a year and a half later, and I lost like 80 pounds or so.
Damn.
70, 80 pounds. I just cut out drinking. Like I still don't drink that much. I think last night I had those Samoa beers. They taste like those Girl Scout cookies. Holy shit, those were delicious.
Delicious.
But, I mean, anymore I'll just have like a half a glass of Jaeger on the weekends or something.
Yeah.
About that much will make me feel good and keep me up. Well, not keep me up. Usually by the time I'm done with it, I'm about half asleep. But make me feel good at least.
All right. So when's the first party that you don't remember?
Well, that doesn't make sense.
Well, okay. Think about it this way. So like you remember going to the party, but the one where you woke up and you don't remember anything that happened.
Okay. Well, I think there's at least two. So, back in the old days, okay, I sound like an old bitch. I'm only 24. I'm not that old. So, back in the old days, in the woods at my buddy's house, we used to party. a bunch of people showed up. There was like 100 people here. You know,
100 church people.
Fuck you, first off. So there was a lot of people. I don't really know how much, but we got done playing speedball, funny enough, and I remember just standing there by the fire, just shooting the shit with some people, and this one kid shows up, doesn't like the other kid, and they start fighting, and well, the one kid got the shit beat out of him, and like the one dude that beat the shit out of the other kid tackled him, this kid right in front of me, and honestly, I didn't really like that kid either. So I was just looking at him and I was like, yeah, like I was just hanging out, you know what I mean? I was just chilling. I was like, woo, like that's cool, like good job, you know? And then I like kind of like poked him with my foot. I didn't fucking kick him. Okay? I just like poked him and I was like, hey
foot.
bud. It's like, you know, like, yeah, you know? And then after that, I don't remember. I just woke up in my tent. But I know that everyone left. Like after that, like they all got up and everyone was like, oh, the one kid that got the shit beat out of him was like, I'm coming back with a shotgun and the cops. And
Oh my God.
I was like, okay, well, one, you're probably not going to come back because this is way out in BFE and you have to go like 40 minutes away somewhere, you know, home, whatever it is. Two, if you come back with the cops and a shotgun, they're probably going to be more worried about you than us in the middle of nowhere. Standing by
Yeah, they're
fire.
probably gonna arrest you when you call them and say, "Hey, I got my shotgun. Come with me." They're probably gonna be like, "All right, we're gonna arrest this."
I mean,
fucker."
even if that did happen, the worst thing that would happen would be to the kid that actually beat him up. Everyone just stood around and was just like watching. You know what I mean? No one like converged. Like you know how you see videos of fights?
Yeah.
And like everyone's like converging and like, oh my god, like that's crazy. Everyone just stood where they were standing and was just like, okay.
And this kid getting his shit handed
that's
to
like
him.
the thing. You know, it was like 30 seconds. And just got the shit beat out of him, and then that was it. And I don't think anyone recorded it. Like, I don't ever remember seeing any videos of it. You know what I mean? It was just like a thing.
And you got
just
so
like-
drunk that night. That's all you remember of it.
Well,
and you
I
woke
remember
up.
him leaving, saying he was going to come back with a shotgun and the cops. And I was like, that's probably not, like, you can't do that.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
can't
mean?
do that, buddy. Yeah.
And then I must have just went to sleep. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No one ever told me the next day, you know, my good buddies, no one ever told me I did anything stupid, which is always a good sign. Another one, so this is a pretty good story, I think. It's kind of short, but you know. Anyways, we went down to IUP for a lacrosse game. Me and like 4 other people went down a day early to hang out because our one buddy used to go to school there and he knew some of the lacrosse players. So we stayed in one of their apartments. And we could just drink, hang out, you know, go to parties, whatever it may be. So we start off at my buddy's apartment, just hanging out, playing video games, drinking. This dude's jacked. He's fucking huge, okay? He lives down in Florida now. He's doing some cool shit down there working because he just graduated in December with me. He has 4 Locos. So...
Oh, man. Like the originals?
I don't remember. I don't know.
Oh.
Just 4 Locos. I don't know the difference.
They used to actually have energy drinks in them.
Oh,
Like,
did they?
that's why they like took it off the shelves for a while because of that.
I didn't
It
know
was giving
that.
people heart attacks or some shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. So anyways, whatever it was, I don't know if it was the original or not, but he beer bombed 2 4 Locos.
Jesus.
This dude is fucking insane. He's jacked. Like he's like, yeah, bro. He's one of those guys, but he's super nice guy. Like,
Yeah.
come on. So he beer bonds 2 4 Locos. He's like feeling it now. You know what I mean? That's a lot of alcohol. So
That's more than a small bit.
yeah, that's a lot. So we go to a house down the way. We're all just walking down the street. You know, IUP is a party, college, whatever. We go to this house and we're going to see this band, and you will never guess what this band's name was.
Please tell me.
Just guess. Give me 2 words. 2 words you think it is.
Fuck.
That's 1 word.
Fuck
but
no.
Okay. Close enough. They were called Dick Spit. I swear to God, they were called Dick Spit, and they were like a rock cover band, and they were actually pretty good. So we went to this house, and me and this dude were broing out, you know what I mean? All of us just hanging out, drinking, whatever. And we're listening to this band, and these people are raging so hard the floor is bowing in. Like that's how many people were in this fucking house. And I'm like in this doorway, so you walk through this obviously in the door, and then you go through the kitchen, and there's this doorway into the living room where they are, where the band's playing.
Yeah.
And there's this vent, like a heater vent on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just standing in the doorway, like watching, trying to stay out of people's way, because I don't know anyone, so I don't want anyone to like get mad at me and just hit me for no reason, you know. So people start walking by. I'm like, hey, watch out, like don't step on that. And then you know how people like they aren't suspecting it, so they're like, what do you want? I don't understand. You don't want me to step on what? So everyone walks by. Hey, don't step on that. Be careful, you know. And they're like, what? I'm like, that right there. You see that? They're like, oh, yeah, okay. No, thanks. Like, I appreciate it. And then some dude walks by. I'm like, hey, bro, don't step on that. Like, be careful, you know? And he's like, don't step on what? I live here. And I was like, oh. I was like, hey, man, thanks for having us. Like, you know, appreciate it. The band's cool. Like, it's a good time, man. Thanks. And he was like, what are you talking about, dude? And I was like, I'm just fucking with
fucking
people,
live
man.
here,
like,
dude.
I'm just bored, you know? Just listening
I
to
know,
the band,
dude.
hanging out. And so after that, we all kind of get split up. And we're going our little separate ways, you know, doing our own thing. And I'm with my buddy Seth, the big dude who slammed the Four Locos out of the beer bomb. And he used to be part of a fraternity down there. I forget what it's called, but they have this huge house, and they were having a paint party or something. He's like, bro, by this time we're both pretty drunk. He's like, bro, let's go to my old fraternity house. He's like, I pledged in the spring. What you got to do is if they ask you this, it was like a code password thing. They're like, if they ask you this, you got to say this.
Oh, he gave you their secret code. Oh my god.
Or whatever it was. Okay, I don't know. Like, I don't know if it's like a secret code or whatever it is, but apparently he's like, if they just say this, you just got to say this. Like, that's all.
Yeah, dude, fraternities have like I've never been in one, but they have like a secret code, and it's like everybody in the fraternity knows it.
Well, let's hope he doesn't get in trouble for this. Sorry.
We didn't
But
name drop him, so he's good.
I did, yeah.
Oh shit.
Well, sorry, dude. I don't think he's graduated now. Nothing.
Yeah, he's fine.
Whatever. Sorry,
Whatever.
dude. But so they're like, you got to say this if they say this. And I was like, okay, like that's cool. So we went in there, and they like stopped me. They like were like, hey, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm with him. They asked me, and I said it, and I was like real smug about it. And they're like, okay. They're like, come on in, dude. So I went in this fucking paint party.
They're like, bro, how'd you know?
Yeah, and they treated us like kings. Like it was ridiculous. Like the new people were like getting us beers, and we were just hanging out. We were like, you know, broing out downstairs, just talking to people and stuff. And the new guys were like, "Oh, can I take your coat? Like, I'll hang it up for you." Like,
Are you
do need another
serious?
beer? Yeah, it was nuts. And
Wow.
yeah, the one dude, he knew that I wasn't like a part of it, but no one believed him because we were like, "No, dude, you're just fucking drunk. You don't know who I am." Like, you know what I mean? He was like, "Dude, you're not a part of it." And then my buddy, the big dude, like got up, like put his chest in his face. He's like, "Listen, bro, you need to leave him the fuck alone." Like, blah blah blah. He's like, "I'll beat the shit out of you right now." And he was like, "Okay."
Holy shit.
Yeah, and it was like he was right, but no one believed
Yeah.
him. So we hung out there, and someone, like, I had a little bit of a beer left, and like I dumped it out on the floor, and I was like, give me another one? And then one of the guys was like, okay, like I'll get you one, and they went and scattered and got me another beer. It was so funny, dude.
That is the strangest. Dude, I've never been able to understand
I don't
fraternities.
get it either.
Like, I would never. Like, they're always like, it's like a brotherhood. It's like we all do everything together, and it's just like. There's just so much shit that's involved. Like, you got to do this every single year. You got to do blah blah blah. And
See,
just
I don't get it either. I almost joined, but that was in my first year or two of college, and honestly, I didn't do very well in my first year or two of college because I didn't have it figured out yet, and I picked it up near the end. But my GPA wasn't good enough, so I'm kind of glad that was the thing, and I never joined. But like, I don't get it either. Like, I mean, ideally, I do.
yeah.
But I don't. You know? That probably doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense, but it doesn't. I don't quite get it.
No, I've never been able. I just never was able to like really wrap my head around the whole we touch dicks in the bathroom kind of thing. I don't know.
Oh,
All right, guys,
touching.
we're gonna stop for our 30-minute break. It's gonna be like a 5-second awkward pause on the stream. So, sorry,
And we're
Twitch,
gonna get a
but
nice ad read from Darrell. Here you
yeah.
go.
And there was our ad read from Darrell.
All right, everyone, welcome back from our nice little break from my wonderful voice. I'm sure you guys loved it, man. You know, honestly, I'm thinking about re-recording that because I sound like a pleb. Hey, everyone, Darrell here.
Darrell here. Do you like Anchor?
Do you
No.
like Anchor?
We're very appreciative of Anchor
Fuck
and
yeah.
all the things that they've done for us. So, the fact that it's free and we don't have to pay for it, it's also really cool.
Yeah, and they put us on 8 different platforms, not including YouTube and Twitch, because we do that. So we're on 10 or 11.
10 platforms.
Yes.
10 platforms.
So, Mondo,
Yes.
do you have any good drunken stories for me? I can only imagine
Bro.
what you got.
I got
Did we tell the Amish one? About when we were in that field partying together?
with those Amish kids.
Yeah, and the Amish dude was in the car with us.
What, we bought him, or was it just
No, we
like?
didn't buy him anything. He was just in the back of the car with us, and we were just tearing it up through a field.
Oh yeah, that's right. In my Honda Civic, we did tell them that story.
Okay. So,
Oh my god, that
So-
was.
any good stories there?
Yeah, dude. I mean, most of my biggest party stories were from when I moved back down to Pittsburgh, and I was still partying like an animal, but I didn't have anybody to party with. Because it's 10 times easier. Like, I had good parties, like in Slippy Rock, like they were great, but for some reason, a majority of the time, I would always end up being the designated driver, just because
Really?
I didn't I hate when people drive drunk, like
Okay.
so
yeah,
much.
That's
I
understandable.
can't stand it. Like everybody up there. I mean, you hear it in high school, like, "Oh no, I'm really good at it," and all this other shit. And I'm like, you know what? I'd rather not be a statistic. So I'm gonna drive, and you guys can drink. And then I knew like all these people are gonna pass out at like 10, 11 o'clock, and I'm just gonna steal all the beer. And
All right, everyone, we're here with Responsible Mondo.
listen,
Welcome.
that was in the beginning, and then we're not trying to tell everybody that. Yeah, whatever. Anyways,
There you go.
so Pittsburgh was like where I started to like have the most fun, because you had things like Uber, you had shit like that where I
Yeah.
could be like, all right,
You
screw
don't
it,
have
I don't
that
need to
here.
drive. Yeah, like you don't have that way on the sticks.
Yeah.
So, but that's the thing. Like me and my ex, or me and like anybody I was hanging out with, we would just be like, well, let's get an Uber. We'd go from Monroeville to Pittsburgh. It'd be like $10, but you split that between 3-4 people. It's like $2 to get to Pittsburgh. So it was like
Really?
whatever. Yeah,
Shit.
but so one of the nights I went down with one of my buddies that I hadn't seen in a while, but we went down to the casino, and I had won $350, and I was like, well, he was like, I'm gonna go home. My girl's calling me and everything like this. And this is when the time when I was single. I just want to let everybody know, all listeners that know me. This is back whenever I was single. I was like, nah, I'm gonna get an Uber. I'm gonna go get trashed. Then I'm gonna have an Uber drive me home. So he was like, all right, dude, do what you want. He wouldn't come out with me. So I was so mad.
Who
I
was
was like,
that?
all right. I don't want to name drop him on here
Okay.
because we don't really hang out anymore.
All right.
Pretty much because of this night,
Oh,
because of
God.
the way he kind of like did me over pretty bad that night. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna have a good time. I'm gonna go out to Southside, because Southside in the school year is absolutely insane.
I believe
Like
it.
thousands and thousands of people are on
Thousands?
Southside. Like I'm talking like almost honestly, dude, I'd say close to 10,000 people will be in Southside. Like just the
Really? Is it
Southside
that
Strip.
big?
I'm not even joking you, dude. It is insane
I've
during
been
the
there
school year.
once, and that's when you got that tattoo, and I was over there on across the street.
That was
eating
during the
pizza.
summer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I'm talking like fall, winter, dude.
Mhm.
It's stupid. Like like getting around St. Patty's Day, especially in the winter, you're probably seeing like close to 20,000 people in that place.
Really?
I'm not kidding you.
That's
Someday we'll
fucked.
drive through it at night. I refuse to drink there. Oh, we're going out of focus. I refuse to drink there anymore. But yeah, it's a little bit insane. So anyways, went down there, found some people at the bar that I was like, hey, like these are some pretty cool people. They started talking to me. Well, one of the girls that was with them started talking to me, and So I was like chit chatting with her. I wasn't doing anything crazy because I was like, I don't know if this girl's got like some of these dudes are big. Like there were some of these dudes that were like some pretty big dudes. And I'm not big, so I was like, I'm not gonna try and start any shit. I just want to drink. The hockey game was on, so I was like, sweet. I can drown myself for like 2.5 hours watching this hockey game, and then go home, and it's gonna be great. Well, these guys, one dude, he owns a business in Pittsburgh, and they were throwing like this big, huge party at this place. Well, I was like trying to like stay off to the side and just kind of like watch the game. And they kept coming, like the one chick was coming over and like talking to me and stuff like that, and then they kind of like moved over that way and they weren't like hanging around me or anything. They were just talking, like they were at the bar with me.
Mm-hmm.
And one dude was like, "Yo, you want some drinks? Like we're buying right now." And I was like, "Sure," like because they thought that I was hanging out with this chick. So they all started buying like drinks and stuff like that. And sure, like I'm gonna take free drinks, then I don't have to pay for anything.
Oh
So
God.
I'm like, they're doing like fireball shots, which are really gross to me. Like I can't. I was like, whatever. So started throwing back fireball shots and like we got into like the second period of the game and I'm trashed. Like I was like, fuck, dude, because I'm not a big guy. I can't handle a lot of alcohol, but like at this point in my life, I had quite a bit of a tolerance. So I was throwing back. I had 4 or 5 shots and I had already drank like 3 beers. So I was pretty fucked up. And then they're like, dude, we're going bar hopping. Do you want to come with us? And I was like, I don't know if I should do that. Like, this is getting sketchy now because like I didn't really like I was super particular about people I hung out with, especially when I was drunk. And
His mother
that's
just
like
gets
whatever.
mad and fights everyone.
No, no, dude. I just get like I'm like super paranoid person when it comes to like any type of alcohol. Like I'm just like, oh man, these people, oh, they're gonna get me killed or something like that. Anyways, so I was like, all right, whatever, because I'm drunk. I was like, let's do this after a bit of them persuading me and getting me even more drunk. So we go outside. He's like, here, you guys can ride with me. Well, they had a driver. So I was like, all right, no big deal. So we jumped into this dude's Land Rover and we go down the
Oh
street.
no.
Right? Like,
Oh
this is like when
no,
I
that's
looked
such
at
a
his
bad
car,
idea,
I was
dude.
like, dude, this shit's about to get insane. So him and like this posse of like girls and guys, we all jumped in this car, like piled on top of each other, like nobody was in a seat. And we go down the street to this one bar and it's got like these big, they all bought one of these big mugs of flaming Dr. Peppers where they could like light them on fire.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And they're like, they gave like this little speech about their company, like the main dude. He gave a little speech to the guys about his company, and he's like, "All right, everybody, let's put her down, dude. I'm not joking. Every one of these people grabbed this thing and just started chugging it, and like I'm like looking around, and so I like blow up the fire, and I like start going for it too. So
I don't
I
wanna
was like,
catch
fucking
on fire."
everyone here is. So I start going for it. Well, I finish this thing, and
No.
I'm like feeling like woozy. I'm like I'm getting the spins a little bit, and I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a bad night. So I'm like, all right, dude, I gotta go. He's like, no, man. He's like, we got people that are gonna drop us off. He's like, I got a place up here that you could stay at, and I'm going back to my place in Pittsburgh. And I was like, well, this is Pittsburgh. He's like, no, I got a place in Southside and a place in downtown. So I was like, all right, whatever. I'm so drunk at this point. I just want to find a couch or a corner and just curl up and fall asleep. I was like, all right, dude, sounds good. So they drive us up there, and they're still like drinking and stuff and partying. And I'm like laying down on this couch, just like I feel like shit. And one of the girls that I was talking to at the bar, she like comes over, and I'm like browning out. Like I remember bits and pieces of everything at this point. And this girl like comes over to me at one point, and, like puts her hand on my face. She's like, "You look so sick." And I remember just throwing up all over this guy's couch, just
Hell
like
yeah.
while I'm laying down, just all over the side of it. And then I fell asleep. I woke up, and the puke's still all over the place. And nobody else was at the house except for one chick who fell asleep on the bed, like in the other room. Cause I like walked around and looked for people, and she's like just fully clothed, just like half on the bed. And I was like, wow, this is insane. So I went to take a shower because I was covered in puke.
Wait,
I showered in this dude's
you're just in
house.
some random guy's house and you're just like hanging out, like you
Just
live there?
walking around, dude. And I'm like still like fucked up, but I throw up, so I felt like shit. So I go to this dude's shower because I'm like, you know what, dude? I'm gonna at least like shower. Nobody else is here. Fuck it. So I get all of my clothes off, fucking start showering, and I realize that like I had all this like puke all over my clothes, and there was nothing that I could
Did you
do about it. So
laundry there too?
No, I didn't do the
Oh,
laundry,
do the
bro. I
dishes?
took some of his shirts. I went into the bedroom and I just started opening up like all the fucking dressers I possibly could, and I found like a t-shirt. Dude, it was this nice fucking Calvin Klein t-shirt. I was like, takes these. Took
Yoink!
that. Took some fucking pants, and I wrote on this little pad he had on his refrigerator. I was like, I will return. I got your shirt because I threw up all over mine, bro. I just walked. So like South Side, I'm trying to like give you like a little kind of a picture here of what it
Oh
looks like.
no,
South
Mondo's
Side is
gone.
like all the way over here, okay?
Okay.
Downtown Pittsburgh, there's a river, then
Mhm.
downtown Pittsburgh's over here.
Okay.
So I'm in downtown because we left that place last night apparently
Mhm.
and went to downtown because when I walked out the fucking door, I'm in the city and I went to sleep in South Side.
What?
So I was like, oh shit. Well, my smart ass put a pin where my fucking car was in South Side. But South Side's like, it's like 3 miles away and it's like 3 in the morning. So I was like, dude, I'm gonna have to do this. So I fucking I put my shoes and socks on and I walk all the way back to South Side, get into my car, sleep for like 2 hours in my car, just get up and drive home. The next morning, he calls me. He's like, dude. I was like, I didn't even know I gave him a number.
Uh-oh.
I was like, hey, hello. And he's like, yo, dude, it's blah. Did you throw up all over the floor? I was like, yeah, man, I'm totally sorry about that. He's like, nah, no worries, dude. He was like, some other person threw up in the kitchen and we were just trying to figure out who it was. He's like, what are you doing this morning? I was like recovering. He was like, "Oh, bro, we're all going out right now to Southside again. We're gonna
What the
do like a
fuck?
morning brunch, dude. You want to join?" I was
No.
like, "Nah, I'm good, man. I'll pass." Never talked to him again. I think I texted him. I texted him probably a couple weeks after that. I said, "Hey, I got your shirt and pants." He says, "No problem, dude. I rarely go there anyways. Didn't even know they were missing." I was like,
What the fuck?
"Dude,
He must be rich.
yeah."
That's
Like you should have seen his place,
nuts.
dude.
That's nuts, dude.
It was fucking insane. But yeah, that was probably the most crazy night I ever had because I actually thought like I was gonna die. Like I was like throwing up, and you're not at home, and you have to walk across the bridge at night. It was just like,
The
nah,
bridges in Pittsburgh freak me out, dude.
bro.
It's
And it
so
was like three
fucked.
in the morning too, so it was like cold. I'm covered in fucking. I'd never even dried off, so I was cold from the water I was just in. Ugh, it was
So,
great.
I guess okay, I'm gonna add on to my story that happened about 20 minutes ago. So another good thing that happened at my buddy's house out in the woods. Okay,
Yeah.
after that one time when those dudes like fought, we the next time we didn't advertise it as much, so that way it was just us, people that we knew, the small circle, right?
Mhm.
One of my buddies back in the day we used to hang out a lot with, I talk to him once in a blue moon, like very rarely anymore. So, I see him on Facebook once in a while. He's doing well. A lot of people, if they listen, they're going to know who it is, but he got an Escalade for a graduation
Wow.
present, yeah, from high school. I think it was used. I don't know, but it was nice, right? It's a fucking
Yeah.
Escalade. This dude, one night we had our little like because we rode four wheelers and stuff a lot. We had our
Yeah.
little jump for our four wheelers. This dude drove his fucking Escalade up on it one night, and it got stuck. Well, yeah.
Jesus.
So the next day, we everyone has souped up trucks, big old fucking yee trucks and stuff. So we pull the Escalade off. He pulls it out to the front yard. We all just kind of pile in one or two cars, and
Yeah.
we go get breakfast in the town over. Come back, we're just shooting clay pigeons, hanging out, fishing in his pond, whatever. Mind you, this is like 5 hours later. His cousin wakes up and comes out of the Escalade, and he's like, "What's up, guys?" And we're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, where'd you come from?" He's like, "I was asleep in the Escalade." We're like, "How did you sleep?" Through him driving it up on this ramp and us pulling it off. Like, it's like 2 o'clock, dude. Like, what have you been doing? We've been shooting guns for 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, what the
He was
fuck?
that fucked
Yeah.
up.
As soon as he woke up, he just came out and was like, "What's
Jesus.
up?" And he just started hanging out with us and shooting stuff. Like, it was the most funny. It was like the weirdest thing ever. I don't know how you could sleep through that, but whatever, man.
Dude, the shit you can do when you're drunk is absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, dude, he was nuts.
Like when I woke up in my car after walking that far, like I didn't remember anything about walking there. I just know that I woke up, I went to sleep in Southside, woke up in Pittsburgh, and then was in my car at 5 in the morning in Southside.
See,
Crazy as shit, dude.
I don't I don't really have any
Dude,
more. I think
honestly, if that casino
good.
night that me and you went to would have lasted another 3 hours, that would have probably been the craziest night.
Which one?
The one where me, you, and Lisco went down there and
Oh
you
my
guys got
god.
fucking destroyed.
No. Okay. Time out, dude. Time out. Okay. So I had 200 bucks. Okay, I lost it. Lisco gave me what? 25
I might
bucks?
put a dip in.
25 bucks? What I go up to? Like 200, 200, 300,
Yeah.
whatever it was. I was like, let's go. Here you go, dude. Like I went from 25 to 300 bucks, whatever it is. I was like, here, because he lost all of his fucking money. Okay. He
Yeah.
bet it all in one hand and lost it all right there. After he was like, no, man, you keep it. You won it.
I
was like,
remember,
"No."
dude,
It's
because
like,
he
no,
got
bro,
fucked up.
it's yours. Like you take it. He just fucking lost it all in 10 seconds.
Dude,
It's
I
like, oh,
remember.
come on,
'Cause
dude.
I remember looking at it and being like, "Dell, no, Daryl, why did you give that to him?"
Well, I mean, I was drunk. He was pretty drunk. So,
Yeah, he was pretty fucked up.
I mean, whatever, dude. Like, I should have just.
Those are
kept it,
some
though.
good times. Casino runs are always fun.
Yeah, I want to go again.
We have to.
When is there a casino down by you?
No, dude, they're trying to put one in Virginia right now.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, they haven't done it quite yet, but they've been like trying to figure out when they could do it. But I don't know. I'm hoping that at some point they get one in, but a lot of the people are pushing it to have it in a shittier part of the town,
Yeah.
and I don't want that to happen. Like Pittsburgh's was nice. Like you didn't really have any problems there. I've been to like that Erie one we went to. I didn't like that
I
one.
didn't either. Honestly.
Rivers.
I like the
Rivers
Pittsburgh
was a
one more,
blast.
but
Yeah.
any other good stories for this? Any other questions you got? Responsible Mondo.
Questions like, what's that?
I said any other questions, Responsible Mondo?
Oh, dude. Oh, one time I was like the last day that I decided that I would ever designate a drive for anybody. I had this girl I was talking to at the time, and she was like, "Yeah, like let's just go and party." So we were partying like throughout the day. Like we were in the morning. It was no big deal. Like starting a whole day of partying is great because it's like you have a fire in the morning and like drinking a little bit of beer, playing some cornhole, easy. Then the night rolls around, everybody just acts like total idiots all of a sudden. It's like it goes from like that country song to a metal song in like fucking an hour. Like sun goes down, everybody decides to act like absolute
when the sun goes down,
idiots,
like,
dude. So I'm like talking to my buddies, like just trying to chill, because this is like I didn't plan on it being this huge like rager. Well, she like goes off and like had like just starts getting obliterated, and she's like, "Take me home," like one of those like whiny people when they're drunk.
Oh no.
Take me home, take me home. Well, I'm like, no, just like chill. Like I'm trying to hang out. Like these are some of my buddies, and I don't get to see him all that much. And she's like, she keeps drinking. She gets totally like whiny, wasted, like white girl destroyed. And I'm just like, dude, I gotta take her home because this is annoying. I'll come back. So they're like, all right. So I get her in the car, and like we almost like had to like carry her to the car because she was that drunk. I was like, this is never happening again. You're going home. I'll never see you again. It'll be great. And then
It's gonna be great.
it's gonna be huge. And then so we get her in the car, and she's like laying there, and I think I had a sandwich from Sheets, so I gave her that just to have like food on her stomach. And we're like driving down the road. We were like an hour away from her. So like we're driving down the road. She like starts trying to unroll my window, like smashing where the button is.
Just
And I
smacking
like,
it.
yeah, I'm like, oh my God, she's gonna throw up. So I like put down her window from my side, and she like it was literally like, ah, nothing went outside, dude. Nothing.
Oh,
It
no.
literally just like came out of her mouth and down the window, the side of the window inside, and I just was like staring at her. I was just like. Then she goes, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And she's like, so like this. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I just felt so
Throws
sick."
up.
And she's like dry heaving. See, and I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, I can't even take this anymore." So we get her back to her house. I text her brother because I was friends with him, and I was like, "Come out and get your sister out of my car."
No.
And he comes out. He's like, "Dude, what the fuck happened?" I was like, "Bro, we were having a fire, and your sister just like decided that she was just gonna drink every single thing she possibly could get her hands on that night." He's like, "Oh, dude, that's kind of fucked up." He's like, "I'm sorry, man." He's like, "Oh yeah, Mark's fire." I was like, "Yeah, that one." He's like, "Oh, well, thank God you're here." So we peel his sister out of the car. And like we're like trying to pick her up, and I put my hand under her thigh, and the bottom of her pants is wet. And I was like,
She pissed herself.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like
nice.
smelled it, and I was just like,
Wait, you
dude.
smelled your hand afterwards?
No, I could smell it from carrying her because her legs were soggy, dude. So I like get her up to his like door, and I just like hand her off to him. And he was like, "Dude, I don't want to touch that." I was like, "Fuck you." I was getting mad because he wouldn't even take his sister. I was like, "Dude, fuck you." He's like, "No, just bring her in here on the couch." Dude, I just opened up the door and set her on the floor. And I was like, "See you later, dude." He's like, "Dude, are you fucking serious?" I'm like, "Your sister puked in my car, pissed in my car. You can take her from there, dude." He texted me a picture an hour later, and he's like, "Guess where she's at?" And he took a picture of her at the front door. And he had left her there. I was like, "Oh my God, dude, never again."
Holy
Never
shit, that's
again.
absolutely hilarious. Oh
I
my
remember
God.
laughing on the way back to my buddy's house, and then we got there, and I was just spent the rest of the night cleaning out my car because there was fucking beer all over my car that had been regurgitated all over my seats. So it was super great.
I don't ever really remember having to deal with that with anyone, to be honest with you. But
That was the only time and the last time.
I do know the feeling of when you're like feel like you're gonna throw up and you just feel like shit and you're just like walking around like
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean?
It's like the worst feeling. That's part of the reason why I don't drink anymore. It's just
Yeah.
because I hate the feeling of being hungover. And every single time I get hungover, I just feel like I'm going to fucking throw up. And I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to skip that.
Yeah, and even if I do get hungover, I just slam coffee.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I just puke coffee.
Yummy. It always tastes.
It doesn't
coming
work
back
for me,
up.
dude. Nothing works. The only thing that works is like sleep.
Sleep.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Well,
But
I mean, other than that, I don't have anything else. Your stories are way better than mine. I'm fucking fucking dying over here.
I went wild for a long time. That's why.
Well,
But
I mean, yeah, we kind of had our little spout there, but
yeah. No,
my
we
favorite
partied quite a
story is
bit.
the Amish kid. But we
Dude,
already
that was a
told
great
that,
one.
so.
Ripping through that field of my, the fact that that thing didn't bottom out, well, actually did bottom out, but it like we got through the bottoming out, like it like it got like as it was riding along over like, cause we went through like the path, but when we were leaving there that night, we didn't hit the path, and like one other car got stuck in the field because like it's like bumpy and shit
Yeah.
from all like the roads, and we were going like dum 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 dum. And then we like cut across the corner and got there, and I was like, "Ooh, shit, dude.
We did it.
We got there." But
Oh my
yeah, I
God.
mean, that is about it for this week.
Yeah.
But-
So remember, I don't think we're gonna have an episode next week just because we have to go play Army. So
Yeah, we got to do that army shit.
we think that it's gonna be what do we have? We already have a topic for the next episode. So
Yeah,
we're not gonna tell you now because it's gonna be super fucking spicy.
yeah, it's
And
gonna be
I'm really
spicy.
excited for it because every week I listen to a podcast about it. So it's gonna
We got ammo. There's your clue.
it's gonna be fucking decent.
Decent, Ricky.
So yeah, we'll keep you updated on Twitter. Be sure to go follow us on Twitter at problem_podcast. For audio listeners, go follow us on Twitch. Go subscribe to us on YouTube. It's Not Our Problem Podcast on YouTube and Not Our Prob Pod on Twitch. For Twitch listeners, YouTube video people, whatever the fuck you want to call yourselves, go listen to us
Oh,
on
yeah.
Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor. You know, at just about everything you want. So
Check us out.
yeah,
If you guys have any questions, feel free to DM us or talk to us or whatever. Get in Discord.
hell yeah, we'll be around.
We are always in there. Yeah.
All right, I think that's it for the week. So
Yeah.
we'll see you guys soon. Thanks for tuning in.
See you later, guys. Bye.
Bye.